You know Paul, then you know Paul. But I met Paul over 21 years ago in the Air Force, which I'm currently still in. And Paul was there. We were in our training together. And the first day I met Paul, we were sent, him, me, and another guy, to the clinic to get our shots. And I was walking with this guy. And I'm a little bit 2 years older than him. He's caught up to me since then. But came from an Air Force family, so I kind of knew what I was doing. It was obvious Paul had no clue what he was doing.
Yeah, that's it.
So I noticed that Paul was, he had no idea what he got himself into. He had no idea what was ahead of him. He had no idea what he was doing. But he was happy to be there. And 21 years later, looking at him, it looks like not much has changed. So he told me he wanted to give a speech, and I said, well, what do you want me to do it on? And everybody knows Paul. He said, oh. I said, okay. I said, how long do you want me to speak for? Whatever you want. All right. I said, what do you want the theme to be? Whatever you want. So I started thinking, okay, what can I do? Then I had somebody at a wedding party ask me to tell some embarrassing stories about Paul. I won't say who that was, but
I ain't gonna lie.
But I'll tell you right now, the truth is, anybody knows Paul knows that there is no embarrassing stories about Paul, because he'll tell them to yourself. Anything that would be embarrassing to a normal human being, he wears as a badge of honor. So I thought I'd take a different route. I thought I've been married now to my wonderful wife for 15 years. So I thought I would give them some advice, what to expect. And that's what I'm thinking, how should I do this? I'm not a genius.
Yes, Becky.
Well, actually, she gave me a lot of input on this, actually. And everybody knows Paul. You know, Paul loves music. Paul has a unique ability to listen to almost any song, listen to one or two words in it, and tell you exactly what the song is, who sang it, probably what year it was, and what he was doing when he first heard it. It's
a human Shazam.
Ability. And after meeting his lovely bride for the first time, and after seeing her activities on the bus here, it's obvious she loves music also.
How many dollars you got there?
So I decided, instead of reinventing the wheel and trying to act like I know more than I'm saying, I decided that the people who write songs and make a living off of writing lyrics probably say it far better than I could. So I decided to put together a little thing song lyrics that Paul probably will recognize, and probably some of you out there too. So you do a little trivia to try to guess what song I'm talking about, to try to explain to Paul what to expect in his new life of marriage. Now, marriage is a very special thing. It's not just like dating, it's not just living together or any of those things. It's a whole new world. Today, obviously, Paul has stepped forward and decided to marry his lovely bride. Looks like he finally listened to all the things that all the single girls say, and realized that if you like it, you better put a ring on it. So it looks like we're standing here right now. Paul told me that when Katie and he first met, he told me that his exact words, I believe, were, "I finally found love of a lifetime. A love meant to last my whole life through." And I said, that's kind of funny for a guy who always claimed that he didn't believe in love. But I said, that's good. And I told him, you know, people marry for many different reasons. People might do it for security, for companionship, for acceptance, for status, or maybe it's just a really, really tough night you don't remember and you wake up and you're married. I said, there's all types of reasons why people get married, but the best reason, the only true reason, is that you should get married to love. But love has a kind of a strange feeling sometimes. People throughout history have always talked about love and marriage, that combination. And a lot of people said, you know, what's love got to do with it? You know, simply it's love is just a second-hand emotion. And I said that, you know, that's not true. And Paul said, well, some claim that love hurts. I said, maybe even love stings. But I tell you now that love is the power. Love is the key. Love is the reason to believe. And I would think right now, though, that even though right now everything is great, everything's fine, you're laughing, enjoying yourself, there are times in marriage it's going to be a little bit rough. Anybody's been married for more than 24 hours, probably say that. There will be times in your life that one of you, or both of you, will probably thinking to yourself, in my life, there's been heartache and pain, and I don't know if I can face it again. I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me. That's what you should say to each other.
Oh, I thought you.
See, some people see marriage as just an extension of dating or living together, and they think it's something easily dismissed, and they believe they can just, things get hard, there's an easy escape. And so their motto in life seems to be, give me 3 steps toward the door, give me 3 steps, and you'll see me no more. And I try to tell Paul, that's not true. And so in the face of life's trouble, sometimes you may say to yourself, from the bottom it looks like a steep incline, from the top another downhill slope of mine. And I tell him, it's not that bad, it'll be okay. And in these moments of doubt and pain and worry and sorrow, there's only one thing that can cure you. And love is a drug that I'm thinking of. In these moments that you work together and get through the hard times, you must be able to say to each other, look each other in the eye, and say, you know, we're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. If you do that, in those moments, there's a lot of people say those moments are magical. And that's what sweet dreams are made of. And who am I to disagree? But, you know, loving someone else is the easy part of marriage. The hard part is opening yourself up to another and letting them love you. You both must be willing to ask each other, if I show you my dark side, would you still hold me tonight? If I opened my heart to you and showed you my weak side, what would you do? And you both should say in response, who? Who are you? I really want to know. And accept each other for who you are. And remember, in this marriage, this union, each of you must give a little bit of heart and soul, give a little bit of love to grow. And remember that none of us are perfect. I'm closer to some. But at times, one of you will make a mistake. One of you would say something you shouldn't have said, or do something you shouldn't have done, or do something that you know annoys the other person. And at those times, you should be able, with confidence, look at the other person's eyes and say, oops, I did it again. And the proper response should be from the other person that, I forgive you. And now I ask the same of you, for I've been human too. Now I tell you now that to make this thing work, you must talk to each other. You must communicate. You must share your feelings. You must tell each other how you feel, what you need, what you want, what your dreams are. Because most problems in marriage are caused simply by a communication breakdown. It's always the same. And some believe that you don't need to say what you feel or what you think. They think that you should just enjoy the silence because words are very unnecessary and they can only do harm. Or they may fear that the effect of some careless whispers may have. You both must be able to free to speak to one another. You both should be able to look each other in the eyes and tell at those moments when you need reinforcement, when you need that reassurance. And be able to tell each other what your dreams are. You should be able to look at each other and say, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. And you should both be able to say that, what is deeply in your hearts to each other. And those times when Katie's at her lowest, most insecure, Paul, you should be able to look into her eyes and tell her in all sincerity, if the sun refuses to shine, I would still be loving you. And when the mountains crumble into the sea, there'll still be you and me. And Katie, when Paul's really just messed things up, and he needs that reassurance that you still love him, that he's still the guy that you married, you should look at him and say, let's hear it for the boy. Now, in conclusion, if everybody would please stand, take a glass, whatever you happen to have. You take one bourbon, one scotch, one beer, whatever you happen to have. Maybe a glass of red wine. Let's give me a toast to the couple. This cup is now raised, and toast is yet made again. Now you can see. I've seen how much you drink.
Oh, he's talking to you, Paul.
And this toast is for you. May your marriage put romance songs to shame. And may your love's beauty bring the poets that weep. And may your joy know no bounds. And may your lives together be complete.